everybody, and welcome on board this lovely Moody 35 for a look around her cockpit and her interior to give you an idea of where things are, her layout and what goes with her, etc. So as you can see, we're in the cockpit. Now we have a midships cockpit on this boat, so we have a cabin behind us, the aft cabin, and the accommodation forward. We've got nice high bulwarks here, so we're feeling nice and safe and snuggled inside the cockpit, notwithstanding the cockpit tent that's over us as well. So as you can see, we've got a really lovely tall cockpit tent, extends all the way down to the back of the cockpit there. Lovely great big windows, and it does look in a really very nice strong material that I don't think I've seen before. So looks recent, looks great, looks like it'll stand the test of time, and it gives us that extra space out here in the weather as well. Absolutely fantastic. Now we can't see the wheel here, but we do have a wheel steering underneath this cover. This cover's made from the same stuff as the spray hood and the cockpit tent. Underneath there's an individual actual wheel cover as well, and beneath there we've got a really nice array just behind here of lovely recent Raymarine instruments and a nice big flat screen in the middle. So really great for the cockpit to see. We've got good visibility forwards, etc. So a really fantastic place to sail the boat from. Absolutely lovely. You can see we've got teak lined seating all the way around, this U-shaped seating. Just to show you, here is the old cockpit cover that's there for reference use only. If you want it, it's yours along with the boat. And as you can see, we've got a companionway on the port hand side here, so we've got a nice zipped opening here, one on the starboard and one at the back as well, and that gives you a really nice easy access from the side deck over into the cockpit, past one or two lovely self-tailing winches up here for your sheets. Very nice indeed. If I'll just move along a little bit, I'll sit on the side here. We can see we've got nice deep seats here. We've got the engine start, stop and instrumentation over on the right hand side there. Looks like a VHF speaker too, and one or two power supplies. And we can see on the port aft quarter there, I didn't notice that before, we have looks like a sheet guy or a spinnaker guy or sheet winch there, self-tailed as well, and another cleat there. So lots of cleats on this boat, very nice and easy to berth. We have bilge pump facility down there, somewhere to hook on, etc. But feeling like a really nice and safe space to be. I've just noticed as well we have nice cup holders or knife holders, etc. in the side of the spray hood there. Very nice indeed. Now here's the companionway down. It is nice and wide, nice and deep. I'm using the word nice here a lot, aren't I? That's because I think it's the most appropriate word. We have very good handles either side, very Moody-esque to get in and out of the companionway or the accommodation down below. And you can see we've got winches here for your halyards. The starboard one only is braked, and we have port and starboard brakes there as well for self-tailing winch here, and we have the port and starboard winches brakes there to allow us to control our sails from the cockpit, so much less traffic forwards in the wind and the rain, etc. A nice array of further navigation instruments above you as you go down into the companionway or through the companionway into the main accommodation. So let's take a look, shall we? If I just duck down and have a look here before we go down, you can see what a very nice, I call it Moody-esque, it just is. It's a lot of lovely proper wood, lots of nice upholstery, feels great, all the locker catches are strong and solid, etc. and snap into place. But you can be the judge of that. But as you can see, we've got a nice big accommodation down here, seating to the left, seating to the right, and a nice lovely big table in the middle. Let's go down and have a closer look. So there we go, quite a steep ladder down, a few steps down because she's a big boat and we're going down inside. There's the companionway we came down there, and obviously behind that nestles the engine, all that sort of stuff, which we'll have a look in one moment. And what we'll do is we'll just do the forward accommodation first, and then we'll work our way aft. So you can see we're in the saloon here, lovely L-shaped seating here, storage below. Apologies, I'll take that back. We've got nicer, they must be replacement tanks in there. They look like they're nylon, and they are tech tanks in there, port and starboard. So tech tanks under here and here, assuming for your fresh water. But we have storage behind the seating, port and starboard as well. And either forwards and aft of them, we've got nice deep lockers in there as well. We've got some fiddle shelving here too, another nice deep locker. Very nice indeed. We have curtains all the way around, and we've got lots of good windows. There's an opener down there that needs replacing at some point. It's crazed a little bit. I think the heads one might have as well, but that's small fry really. The headlining looks good too. We've got stereo speakers inset. We've got the looks like the original Moody lights there too. And if we look down at the saloon table, we can see two leaves have folded down. We've got an extinguisher there. We've got somewhere for our bottles of wine, etc. in there. But these tables, this table does open up very, very wide. That's one leaf up there, and the other one opens up and is exactly the same, I think. So we've got seating for several people, or quite a few people, around that table for lunch or dinner after that hard day's sail. 240-volt sockets around the boat as well. We've got the classic floor that we like to see as well. All in all, feeling really, really rather nice. And you can see the upholstery looks fantastic too. Woodwork looks great. Clock and barometer forwards. We've got a hatch here and a hatch in the fore peak cabin, both to let light and ventilation in, both with blinds on as well. So that's all very nice if we want to black it out a little bit if we're sleeping down there. Very good. And if I just move forwards into the forward cabin, you can see now, while we're slightly congested with the sails, it's good to show you those. There are photos of those elsewhere in the advert, but a good suite of sails on this boat, and they're all kept down here out of the rain, out of the wind, out of the sun, etc. So that should be good for someone. Nice, largest looking berth here. We've got an infill here, so we can take it away and make our changing lobby here even bigger if we want to. But as I mentioned, we've got a hatch there with the closing blinds as well, and we've got port and starboard, these stowages here, again, very Moody-esque. And everywhere we can think of putting a locker, we've put a locker. So lovely, great big hanging locker there. You know, if you turn around to the port side, you can see more stowages there. Another hanging locker, I should say, with shelves in there, and a shelf here, a drawer, and another cupboard underneath there too for your shoes, etc., etc. Really rather nice, and plenty of room too. There's a view from the forward cabin looking aft. You can see we've got the compression post coming through there as well. So we're looking like a deck-stepped mast. And here's the seating on the port side. So I'd say that's long enough for somebody to sleep on, as is the seating on the port side, starboard side, sorry. Just nestling up on the forward bulkhead there, we've got a flat screen TV. And here we have another locker shelved out, more fiddled shelves, another bigger shelf. This would probably be for your, or it is fiddled as well, probably for your publications, etc., etc. And look what I've done, I've left that the wrong way around, but you can see we've got more instruments here. We've got the electrics panel, the main isolator, tanks contents, and the stereo, and VHF, and the bilge pump control there too. Really nice chart table. I like this. It's aft facing. Some may like that, some may not, but it doesn't really make a difference. But you can sit here. It means you're not using up space that it can only be nav table space, because this is sitting here. So this is a sideboard during the day. Could be anything you wanted, but when you're at sea, that all goes away. This becomes a chart table, and you can sit here and you can bark your orders up to the helm there, no problem, or he can bark his orders down to you. So really good for communications there. Very good indeed. Right then, let's move aft of the chart table. So a tiny bit of a squeeze past there. That brings us into the head compartment. So as you can see, we've got a fore and aft head, nice, and fore and aft head compartment, nice and long. The headroom's pretty good. It is a little bit more restricted towards the inboard side here, but generally speaking, people will be sitting here or facing it, I guess. We have a door at the, we have Jack and Jill access, effectively. Access from the saloon and access from the after cabin there. And with this door closed, we've got the curtain rail, which will bring that curtain around. And we've got a nice proper shower there with a seat inside there as well. So if we're showering at sea, we can sit down and make sure we're safe. And we also have a shower screen here, which will open up and allow or close off the toilet compartment and keep the water within the actual shower compartment itself. Really rather good. We have a nice sink unit here, bit of work surface, somewhere to put your soap, etc. And we have some, and we have some cupboards behind there as well for all your bits and pieces, the crew's dobying and washing bits and pieces, etc. So really rather good, and very nicely set up and easy to use. And as I said, if you're in the after cabin, you can use the loo without the people in the rest of the boat knowing, and if you're in the saloon, you can use the toilet area or the heads area without bothering anybody in the after cabin. Best of both worlds. So let's move around back into the saloon, and as you can see, we've got the forward part of the engine box here. We've got, looks like a little cockpit table snuggled down there. We have access to fuel valves on the top of the fuel tank there, a bin compartment here, and we'll move round to look at the starboard side here. So there we go. So here's the galley. And I really like this on this boat because it's within easy reach of the companionway. So cups of tea, your baked beans, etc., go backwards and forwards really nice and easily, just like communications with the chart table. But it looks really ergonomic. The head height's really good. While you're standing here, you've got windows in front of you, so you won't be too bored when you're cooking or washing up. And you can see we've got a twin sink unit here, hot and cold running water behind here. Let's see what's in here. I haven't looked yet. I think that's probably just a cool box under there, to be confirmed. But we have cupboards all the way along the outboard side there, and just inboard of that, we've got a cooker here with a work surface that lifts up and slides down out the way when you're cooking. Two burners there, sorry, and that puts down and gives us a nice bit more of a worktop there. We've got, looks like we have a grill and an oven, so a good proper yachty gimbaled, no doubt, cooker there as well. And you can see we've got something to hang on to here, which is always good in the galley. And coming this way, you can see we've got a proper big fridge. There's a fridge compartment here with a little freezer compartment just nestling under there, I think. But as you can see, once it's all closed down, if I can do it with one hand, let's try. There we go. Lovely big galley area and good access down to the after cabin there. Although if you're going to the aft cabin and someone's cooking here, you'll be shuffling past, so you do need to be aware that the bits and pieces may be cooking here, etc. More shelves and cupboards underneath, more drawers and cupboards under there. So really a rather nice and very comprehensive galley unit. So here's the engine block, or sorry, the engine box, as I mentioned before. This would be the bin cupboard. There we go. There's a nice fresh bin bag in there, which is great. There's a heating control. We've got the fire blankets, etc. And if I just come out of the way to give you a bit more light, you can see we've got the engine compartment in here. So lovely big engine. Engine feet look good. We've got access to the gearbox. We've got access to the coupling. We've got access to the bilge. We've got access to the high pressure fuel pipe work, etc. Just up here is a filter bowl, and we've got the coupling linkage here, the controls linkage. So all in all, good access for maintenance by the looks of it. So really good. And if I'll show you in a moment, there's another opening here and an opening within the heads compartment on the port side there to give you even better access. Very good. So here is another cupboard here. I'll just have a quick nose in if I can get it open with one finger. There we can. So this is a cupboard. It's all shelved out. Very good. You can see just how much stowage there is on this boat. She's that kind of boat. And here is what I guess we'd call probably the pièce de resistance of this yacht. We've got the aft cabin. Now, it is a bit of a duck to get in, so let's have a little look to see how we are. So as we come from the companionway, then we've got the cockpit seating above us there. That does restrict our height here, so we can either duck down a little bit, as you may be able to see me in the mirror there, or we can just bring our heads to the side a little bit and make our way down. But then when we do go into the cabin, we're ducking in. But it's not a tunnel, it's just a bit of a bit of restricted headroom there. And then once we're in, it all opens out again, full head height again. You can see we've got windows all over the place at the stern too. We've got a hatch for light and ventilation with blinds again. You can see the cockpit seating above us. Here's the engine hatch I talked about. So if I can get this open with one hand, I can. There's the engine. So sitting there in all her beauty and ready to be maintained and fettled by somebody possibly like you. And if I just turn around, here's the starboard side of the cabin. Looks really appealing, doesn't it? So we've got a nice seating unit here. We've got a heating outlet there, so it'll always be warm in here. And we've got a vanity unit on the starboard aft side, so we've got somewhere to put our bits and pieces in here. We've got drawers here. There we go. Nice mirror unit. On the other side of this is the lazarette locker, which you can see in a different video. So that's the size of the locker there. On the outboard side here, we've got more vanity space here. We've got some hanging bags there, and we're lined out as well, which looks great. And behind the main door here, you can see we've got a nice big locker here, which is shelved out. Very good indeed. So we'll just close that, hook it all back so we're secured for sea. And we've even got a fiddle shelf above that. How's that? So we've got three nice opening windows in here. I'm sitting on the seat reclining. There's a lovely great big bed. We have storage underneath it. It's nice and wide and nice and long, and I think that would do a couple very nice indeed. And there's a close-up of the upholstery. All looking good. Smells great, feels great. Feels dry. What could be better? Just a quick look through the back door here. Here's the before I do that, let's see if we can close the door there and open this cupboard here just for the last look. So there we go, nice hanging locker in the aft cabin. I'll just open that up again. Look at the thickness of this door, crikey. And if I just latch that back, you can see there's the Jack and Jill access to the heads from the aft cabin. So straight in through the shower to the toilet if that's where you want, or if you just want a shortcut to the forward accommodation, that's where you can go through too. So this has been Tim from Boatshed Yacht Brokers, just taking you for a quick tour, well, quite a long tour, around the interior of this really lovely Moody 35. If you'd like any more information on it, just go to boatshedbrighton.com, where you will find lots more pictures, videos and virtual reality. Thanks for watching and have a great day.